Yes, let's do it.
Is it hard to be a vegan?
No, it is not. There's so many resources now online. I always tell people the best thing to do is to kind of approach it slowly. First, try replacing the milk and creamer that you put in your coffee, and then maybe find a replacement for chicken, and then work your way into a plant-based diet that way.
Where do you get your protein?
So personally, I work out a lot, and protein is always brought up as an issue, but personally, I like to get my protein from a variety of different foods, things like tofu, beans, and add-ons like nutritional yeast, hemp hearts, chickpeas. These are all things that you can find and add on to your meals that have a ton of protein in them.
Do you ever miss eating meat and dairy?
Yes, I think a lot of us do. We get cravings naturally for things that we grew up eating, and I grew up eating a lot of meat and dairy, so I get those cravings. But I mean, there's vegan steak, vegan burgers, vegan chicken, vegan egg, vegan fish now. There's plant-based everything. So whenever I feel like I crave those things, I try to find a really good substitute that I enjoy, and I satisfy my cravings that way.
Why did you become vegan?
So I went plant-based back in 2015 with two of my best friends that I lived with. We kind of started really cutting animal products out of our diet slowly. We started off with eggs. We had heard all these things about eggs that we just, didn't want to consume them anymore. And so we cut that out first, and then we cut out chicken, and then we cut out red meat. So I really evolved vegan, and that's why I started evolving vegan, because I found that's what worked best for me.
Do you only date other vegans?
I think since I went vegan, no, that hasn't been a thing that I check off my list. But my girlfriend and I now, we're both plant-based. She grew up vegetarian because she's Indian. It's a really fun thing to do with your partner, right? Just trying to challenge yourself with eating plant-based once or twice or 3 times a week. That's something that you guys can bond over and decide that you want to do together.
Why should I go vegan?
I think we're entering into an era where plant-based living is becoming more and more popular, and I think it's always healthy to have a variety in your diet. I personally don't think it's healthy to be eating meat 3 times a day, every day, but that's the way I grew up, so I understand that that's what people do. Typically, a lot of families do that. I don't think it's necessarily about trying to go vegan or encourage people to go vegan, but to evolve into incorporating more plant-based into your diet, and it's delicious. If you do it right, it really is delicious and nutritious.